Hi everyone. Just came back a little while ago from the hospital for my 13th Lupron, lucky number 13, and the official 1 year follow-up with my oncologist. So I'm tired. It's like every 3 months I go for like a longer set of appointments, where like I got there and I did labs. I never even asked. I never even asked like what the results were because the results came in while I was waiting to see the doctor, and I didn't have reception to check it on my phone, and I'm like, ah, she'll talk about it. But I end up talking about like 8,000 other things that are going on, like side effect wise, and totally forgot. But I guess that's what the gateway is for. So, because I'm on the Lupron every 3 months, I have lab work done. I can't even tell you what they check for. I'm tired. I'm tired, and I'm still like, I'm not super negative anymore. I haven't vlogged in a while. But it's still a weird place to be in right now. I actually cried while I was waiting for her to come in, just because like I was thinking of all the things I wanted to ask the oncologist because I don't see her very frequently. And I guess I probably only see her once a year. I saw her a bit earlier on. I see the oncology nurse more frequently, and she's wonderful. I actually have I have a headache. Oh, that happens sometimes after the Lupron that I get a headache. I tried to get a nice background for you, so I flipped my pillow over so you can read my namaste. So I'm taking care of myself and listening to my body and all that good stuff. Ow, I couth. Oh, my teeth. Still have my chip. I got a quote for how much it's going to cost to fix my teeth. $7,000. $7,000. Oh my gosh. Because you can't just like fix one front tooth. You have to like fix the bunch of them. And $7,000. So, so many health things. It's nuts. So I had lab work done. I don't even know what they checked for. And then I saw the oncologist, and then I had the Lupron after. I'll quickly say, like, Lupron was my 13th. I'm going to, we're still on the plan to do Lupron for 2 years total, so I feel like I'm now on a countdown for when it's over, which makes me feel better. Last time I had it done and I did that little video and it was all cutesy with my heels and stuff, and I felt like shit after. I went home early from work because I was nauseous. That literally, I think it's the first time I've ever left work early because I didn't feel well. And it burned when she put it in last time. So that face that I made in that little video, I don't think it's on YouTube. It's on the Facebook page for invasive ductal carcinoma. But I made this face like, because I remember it hurt really badly. Today it didn't really hurt when she put it in. It was a different person. You know, like when you draw blood, everyone does it differently. Sometimes you bruise and sometimes you don't. And yeah, it didn't hurt going in today. And I did tell her that, like, you know, it was burning and I was nauseous last time too. But for whatever reason, like I started getting a headache, and caffeine helps with headaches. And I treated myself after this appointment and got some Panera, and a coffee drink, which is like, I've been watching my, well, not all the time, but I've been watching my sugar more so because I am really not happy with my weight. And when I drank that, I was like, oh my God, it's so sweet, but it has caffeine and it will help my head. I could just like take something, but I'm just so sick of taking pills. Anyway, so I just want to fill you in on, like, you know, where I am, what's going on. Not super detail. Again, like, these things are just for people that are, like, I know what's going on. It's actually helpful for me too when I look back at these things to know, like, where was I at this point, and just to compare, because it makes me feel better most of the time when I look to see how far I've come. And if there's anything, like, I'm just realizing I need to be kinder to myself and I have to slow down. Even though I have the pillows that says slow down, like right there, but I'm slowed down from how I used to be, but I still feel like I'm not slowed down enough to like honor my body and all the stuff that it's going through. So I listed through my, she's like, how are you feeling? I don't even remember what she asked me. I was expecting something like big and different to happen this time because it's like, it's a year later. And people ask, like, so is your cancer gone? And people that I guess haven't had breast cancer or cancer in general will ask me, like, is your cancer gone now? Are you in remission? And, they don't give you a glossary or dictionary when you get diagnosed to know, like, what words to use for what. I didn't even know a previvor was a term. I didn't get the distinction between a survivor and a thriver, because in the breast cancer community, they're two very different things. So when people ask that, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I am. And I hate that I have to, like, put myself in some category. And I didn't really get like a stamp today or a certificate, like what I was hoping. Not that I was going to get a certificate, but I was hoping that like she would give me some, cancer buzzword to let me know like you're 1 year out and you're good. But I said to her, like, how do you? I don't mean to be glass half empty, but it's like, how do you know? How do you know that like there's no cancer cells in your body? And my understanding now is like remission is not, the term remission is not for people that have cancer that surgery will take care of. Like you have breast cancer, at least from my knowledge, you have breast cancer. If you have a double mastectomy, that's where the cancer was. When the boobs are gone, the cancer's gone. I mean, you might need to have other sorts of therapies to like ensure that everything is gone. And what that looks like is when they check your lymph nodes. And I've been having, one of the things I brought up to her, and I've mentioned in a couple of vlogs, but I've been having, like, even now I can feel it where my armpits feel swollen to me. And of course, like, your armpits, when you think of breast cancer, kind of, at least for me, freaks me out a little bit. Like, uh-oh, they're swollen, what's wrong? And I don't really notice that one side is swollen more than the other because they took 6 lymph nodes out of this side. There are between 15, I believe, and 30 lymph nodes on each side. So, like, I don't know if I had 6 taken out of 15, which seems like it's a lot, but I don't really notice a difference. If anything, right now, it seems like my left side is a little bit more swollen. But she felt around. I can't say she did a breast exam. I was so focused on like her answers to my questions that I really wasn't paying attention to what or how she was like touching to check on things. But she did feel, in my armpits. And, she's an oncologist. She sees lots of people that have lots of side effects and stuff. For me, I only know what it looks like for me, and I don't know if that's normal. For my body, no, that's not normal. But she felt in there and she said that like nothing seemed like abnormal. And when you have your lymph nodes removed, sometimes they're swelling because it just takes more to get like crap out of your body, I guess, because that's the whole goal of why you have lymph nodes. But like nothing wrong. And I told her about I'm planning my surgery. I go to plastics, today's a Tuesday, and I go to plastics on Thursday, and we'll schedule my surgery to fix my left boob. But I went through my list of things that are bothering me, and I'll go through them now just for posterity and other people that are going through this. But yeah, so the remission thing that's not really a word that you use, at least for my type of breast cancer. You have the mastectomy and like your boobs are gone, so there's, in theory, no cancer left. My lymph nodes were clear. My margins were clear, meaning that like they could clearly see the outside of the tumor. And like everything, well, it didn't really matter because the whole boob was taken out. So like there shouldn't be anything. Remission is more for people that have like leukemia, like a blood cancer or like a bone cancer where you can't take out all your bone, you can't take out all your blood. So, people are on stuff, and I don't know enough about leukemia or bone marrow cancer, which my uncle actually died from when he was far too young. but the word remission is mostly used for that because you can't like just like cut off something and make the cancer go away like you can with breast cancer. Um, so just, you know, not so fun fact just to understand how the whole thing works. Um, so there is a term that they use when like you're a year out and there's like nothing there, and I don't remember what it is, and I'm in a couple of hours I'll go on the gateway to see what was written there, but I was just waiting for her to give me like a buzzword to be like, okay, let's close chapter 1, like year 1's done, and let's move on to chapter 2. I still get those pains in here, by the way, and there's nothing wrong. I still get those pains in here. Like just now, it's just kind of a dull, like, it's not shooting, but enough that like, I know I made a face, and it just, especially towards the end of the day, it just bothers me. Haven't been doing anything strenuous. I've been at the hospital for a few hours today with all these appointments and things. But so what's going on with me? Well, where do I start? I weighed in, and I don't want to even say what number I weighed in at, because I went to see a cardiologist last week for a follow-up. I had seen a cardiologist. I don't have any cardiac issues, but I was worried because after I had COVID last year, I still had a lingering cough, and I wanted to make sure like I was A-okay before my my mastectomy. So they had me see a cardiologist before surgery just to clear me, and everything was fine. And I don't need to go into the, you know, specifics of all of that, but I weighed they weighed me in when I went to cardiology, and I was like, holy shit. Because it was about 5 pounds more than like what my number, like I gained, it seemed like I gained like all the weight like almost overnight. It was like boom. And it's helpful actually when I look back at old vlogs or old notes or things, and it'll say how much I weighed at certain points. And you know, it's not like a gradual slope of how I gained the weight, which is just so interesting to me. Like I get as you're older, it's harder to lose the weight. You know, I'm watching, I mean, today I treated myself to Panera, but I don't usually do that. But I'm watching, like I'm eating healthy. I'm not eating gargantuan portions. Like, you know, do I sneak things once in a while? Sure, but I did that before. I didn't weigh this much. And exercising, I said to her, you know, I'm doing what I can, but it's hard because my ankles and my Achilles have really been bothering me. So I know it's partly my personality that like I'll either not exercise at all one day. Like today, I'm not gonna, I might do something simple today, but I'm not like gonna go on the elliptical today after my Lupron. Like I need to give my body a break. But then like I have no problems going on like a, you know, hour and a half hike the next day or something. And the cardiologist is telling me like, you know, you need to do like little things in little spurts, which is just a shift in my personality of like, no, let's go kayaking for 4 hours, you know, and that just isn't how I should be exercising and stuff. But I have been exercising more, and I have been moving more. I've been doing yoga, you know, and the weight's not changing, and it's so frustrating because I have all these clothes in my room, and every fucking morning when I look in there, I'm like, what am I going to wear today? It's been, oh my God, it's been, I mean, it's October now, so it's a little bit over a year from when I had my surgery, but like 14 months probably of this bullshit. And like, because when you have the biopsies, before like even the surgery and stuff, when you have the biopsies, like your boobs are bruised. And it all happens so fast. So I feel like the biopsies are what, in July? August, September, October. So that's 15 months. 15 months of having this body that like was poked and prodded and bruised and cut and manipulated. And I get that I'm on all, you know, the oncologist was telling me, she's like, we shoved you into a, like chemically shoved you into a pretty fast and in your face menopause. And she's like, this is what happens with hormones. And The interesting thing I learned today when I had the Lupron done, because Lupron frequently is prescribed for men to when they have prostate cancer. Same idea, like to make the hormones stop. But for me, I want to not have progesterone and estrogen. And for men with prostate cancer, they take the Lupron to cut down on the testosterone. And I never thought of it that way because I'm not male dealing with prostate cancer, so I didn't like really ask how or care how all that stuff worked. But the nurse was telling me how men who have Lupron have hot flashes, which is just so interesting to me. Like, you think of hot flashes and you think of like menopausal women, but these men that are on, it's not necessarily, it's not a woman thing, it's a hormonal thing, and men and women have hormone, everyone has hormones. So for us, you're getting rid of, these two, and for men, you're lowering their testosterone, and hormones are what keeps your body temperature regulated. So when you don't have those hormones as much or at all, your body temperature is not regulated, and that's what leads to the hot flashes. So it was interesting to hear that from like, a male perspective. I mean, of course, there's men also that have that can get breast cancer. But Lupron, like if you ever look it up and stuff, like it's like geared towards men most of the time. But my oncologist said to me, like more than once, she's like, you have to get that, like, chemically, like we are like pounding you chemically with stuff so that there are no more cancer cells in your body. And I have to be more forgiving with myself that I have all these side effects, because they each suck. And they're not like severe and horrible, but they're enough that they affect my life every day. I'm getting emotional just because the Lupron, I'm always emotional the week before Lupron. It'll end in like a day or two. But as much as I think I'm being kind to myself with certain things, I feel like this whole thing is just a life lesson that it's not that I'm beating myself up. Maybe other people see it that way. I know that I'm being kinder to myself, but I'm still not being kind enough to myself. And, a lot of women, they're just expected to like just power through, and be superwoman and all that stuff. And you know what? I don't want to be superwoman anymore. I don't want to have to be like superwoman anymore. I don't want to have to power through anything anymore. I don't mean that as a like I give up thing. I'm just saying, like, I just need a timeout. I just need to like chill. And I've gotten much better with being okay with like, my work schedule is very flexible. Like today, I do have to go back to work. But like I worked in the morning and then I took like a 5-hour break in the middle of the day for all my doctor's appointments. And I'll come back to it. And the times when I have my Zimeta, I'm not going to go to work that day. Like I know I'm going to be down for the count. So I'm blessed and lucky that I can have a flexible schedule with work and with tutoring. I'm happy that I'm tutoring again, and I'm exorbitantly happy that I can tutor and not have brain fog. I haven't had brain fog once, and I'm like, thank you, God, like that's over. So what's going on for me? So I'm thinking, like, what have they changed? I told my oncologist, last time I was there 3 months ago, she prescribed gabapentin for my hot flashes. The gabapentin has helped tremendously. It also makes me tired. By the way, me rubbing like this, like my shoulder is hurting, and I think that's just from the shot, because I had the shot right up here, and I know I get achy, but it doesn't last it's like a flu shot. It doesn't last very long. I'll move it around and like eventually it'll be fine. And people think I'm weird because I do this. I don't do this in public. I mean, I'll do like if I'm like talking to a friend or something, I don't even realize that I'm doing it, but I don't walk around like this. But anyway, so she gave me the gabapentin. She told me I can take it or should take it, whatever, 3 times a day. I was taking it in the morning and it was making me really tired, and I'm like, I can't do this 3 times a day. Like I need to be functional. But it did help substantially with the hot flashes. Like as of right now, I take it with breakfast, and I can wear clothes again that aren't like all black because I don't. Plus, it's fall, which helps because the temperature's cooler outside. In the summer, man, that was rough. I don't use that fan that I have that I've shown you before. I don't use that as much. If anything, I keep it in my room because if I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm hot or something, I'll just, click the fan on and then for like 5 minutes and then go to sleep. I mean, a stupid, easy solution is just to crack the window open. I just have to watch the weather that it's not going to like rain or something. And it saves on your heating bills because I have not put my heat on. It's been down to 40 degrees outside and like my apartment's been comfortable and I'm just not cold. Or I'm not cold because my body's hot. So there's a perk, you save on your heating bills. So I've not been sleeping. I don't usually have coffee at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but I haven't been sleeping well. They want to do a sleep study, which is annoying because I feel like everyone that has a sleep study is told they have sleep apnea. I know what that sounds like, and I've done recordings of myself when I sleep. There's an app called Sleep Cycle. You can get it for free where it records you. It records you overnight, and you can hear like snippets of how you snore. And people that have sleep apnea, from at least my experience, it's a very distinct, like like they're trying to catch their breath when they snore. That's not how I snore. Anyways, they want to do a sleep study, but she also told me today, she said that since the gabapentin makes you tired, she's like, you could just take it at night. Because then if it makes you tired, it'll just help you sleep better anyway. The things, since I've been on gabapentin, my ankles have been swelling. Of course, today, when I go to Oncology, and she's like, let me take a look at your ankles, and I'm like, oh, lo and behold, guess what? They're not swollen today. Like, why does that happen? Whatever. That and the Achilles tendonitis stuff, I can't even remember, like, when that happened. And I also now get pains on the, like, behind my ankle bone on both sides. It's not pain. It's more like the muscle just feels tight and like I can't stretch it enough, and it gets in the way of me walking. I want to go on start going for a walk or something, and then like I don't know, a half hour into it or something, like it really really hurts. And I'm wearing Brooks sneakers. I'm wearing the shoes I'm supposed to be wearing. I'm doing all the right things I'm supposed to be doing, and that still happens. So I just have to find different things to do. So it's hard to I weighed in there and I was like, holy fuck. I just rolled my eyes because I'm like, what more am I supposed to do? They don't want me dieting. They're like, you have to like fuel yourself. So they don't want me dieting. I mean, yes, I had dessert yesterday when I went out for dinner, but like, I'm not, I don't eat shit all the time. I mean, my diet is probably one of the healthiest I know of my people that I know. I don't know. And it's funny, as I'm looking at my ankles right now, like I do like a mark on from my sock from where they're swelling, but they must not be swollen enough because that is a concern because she looked at them and she didn't like see anything. Told her about the surgery. I have to schedule that because my Zometa is also due in January, and I want to have the surgery in January while my kids are home. Hold on, drink break. I need my headache to go away. Yes, that's where I am. So other, I didn't get some magic word. I think it's like she said like a couple of times that there's no signs of disease. And I feel like that's the term that people use when you're not in remission, but like there's no sign that you have cancer. So, they don't say you don't have cancer. They say that there's no sign that you do have cancer. Okay. Whatever. It's like, doctorese of how they speak. So that's where I am. Like I was hoping for something more exciting, being like a year away from it. 'Cause like socially and culturally, people are like, oh, you're 1 year cancer free. And like, what makes you 1 year cancer free? Having your boobs removed? I don't know. You know, having the doctor say you are 1 year cancer free. Well, my doctor did not use those words. So, but that doesn't mean that I have cancer, you know. And she kept reiterating, like, I'm on this chemical concoction to keep cancer from being back in my body. I take the tamoxifen to like starve out any cancer cells that might be there. So, I mean, clearly you can't look at every cell in your body to know if there is a cancer cell in your body. But if there were, the tamoxifen kills off the receptors. So like, you know, even though I have all these side effects, it's those meds that are doing what they're supposed to be doing to keep me from having cancer. So it's not a yes or no thing. It's not a black or white issue at all. I kind of wish it were, because it's easier to understand if you're just like, is it yes? Is it no? Is it on? Is it off? You know, that's not how it works. And it's hard to wrap your head around that, especially when you're an analytical person. Anyway, so professional my vlogs are. So exciting what's coming up for me. I'm getting a whole bunch of Instagram things right now. Lots of yays and congratulations and blah blahs. So there's a blog out right now about me and my story, and I am walking. I did a vlog about it earlier, but it's coming up. It's this Friday, is the Runway for Recovery event, the fundraiser. So I'm looking at my pants right now. Oh, that's a spoiler. Well, by the time I put this on, Runway will be totally over, but I went to a store in Winchester and they outfitted me for the Runway show. I'm wearing something I totally did not think I'd be wearing. Like, I'm tall, I'm 5'7", so I thought that like they'd put me in, you know, in a dress or something, or a skirt or something to like accentuate my legs or whatever, because I'm tall. And first she picked out jeans, and I'm like, I'm not wearing jeans for a Runway show. Like, no, this is like my coming out thing for me. It's like a big deal for me. And she picked out these black pants. They're high-waisted. They're really long. So because they're really long, I need to wear heels to go with them. Tall heels, and you wear your own shoes. So I have a pair of 4.5-inch heels, shoes that are open-toed. And then I have 5-inch heeled platform shoes, which actually aren't super uncomfortable, that are peep toe. I think I'm wearing the open toe ones. The heel actually will help me with my Achilles, because it's going to be a workout on my calves, so I'm practicing and working out my calves. I've been using my bleach strips, my Crest white strips out of my teeth to whiten up. Like, I know my eye teeth are getting a little bit discolored. But that's on Friday, and that's what the vlog is about. So you can find Runway for Recovery on their website, whatever. But the blog, they posted through Instagram, and yeah, you can read my story. There's like 104, I think, models total that are walking the runway. Some are cancer survivors, some are cancer thrivers, some are cancer previvors, some are family members of people who have passed from breast cancer. So it will be a very powerful event. For me, as I'm staring at my black pants there, for me, like when I put on the outfit, I looked very tall. With the heels, I'm 6 feet tall, which for me is empowering to be tall. Like, I like wearing heels, especially because I don't really like my body right now. So like, to wear heels, I look like I'm like a force to reckon with. Not in a bad way, just in a like a, you know, woohoo kind of way. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there's a cocktail party before the Runway show, and then you wear what you want. So I actually bought the pants that I'm wearing. The other stuff is just borrowed from the store in Winchester. And I picked out, well, I asked her to help me pick out something to wear for the cocktail hour, and she picked out this top, which is all black. And it's funny because my intention was not to wear all black to the runway event because I didn't want to be all negative. But the pants are very classy. I look very classy. I'm dying to know what they're going to do with my hair. Oh, I had no makeup on. I had a mask on today. I just realized that. Do I care? No. I'm getting my roots done. I'm really taking care of myself this week because this event is a really big deal for me. I'm getting my roots done just to make sure I don't have grays because I want to look like on top of things on Friday. For me, not for anybody else, for me. If some eligible bachelor happens to be there and notice, okay, that's just like, cherry. Anyway, no, it's about me. And this shirt that she picked out, when I put it on in the store, it was fine, and I brought it home and held it up in front of the light, and I'm like, it's sheer. And I can't wear a bra with it. The back is almost like a racer back, sort of, and the front comes down like it like overlaps here. There'll probably be pictures, or I'll put a video up or something. Someone's going to take a video of something. I'll put it up on the Facebook page so that you can see. I'm not going to put a video like that up on the YouTube page, but just go on Facebook. It's invasive ductal carcinoma on Facebook. The thing with the shirt, yeah, it was sheer. So the fun thing is that usually you'd be concerned with a sheer shirt that you can see through it, but I don't have my nipples yet, so I don't have to worry about my nipples showing because I don't have any. And I was in CVS and I was picking up something, lipstick, like a raspberry colored lipstick for just to have with me. I don't want to wear pink, but the shirt I'm wearing for the runway has a little bit of like dark red in it. Anyway, so I'm in CVS and I walk by the section, like the nipples section, and there's like all these different things that you can get to like, lift your boobs and cover your nipples like this or cover your nipples like that. And I'm like, I don't have to worry about anything in that section because I don't have them. My concern with the sheerness was is it so sheer that you can see my like love handles and stuff? The pants that I have, like I said, are high-waisted, so I don't really have love handles. I love that they have like give to them, so I can just like be comfortable that night. But I had a friend come over and we went outside like when it was super sunny, and I stood right in the sun and I'm like, tell me if you can see stuff, because it's a breast cancer event. I don't like, it's enough that my shirt comes down pretty far. It comes down far enough that you can clearly tell that my boobs are not like symmetrical. My cleavage is not centered, but like, I don't care because it's a breast cancer event. I'm here, I'm alive. I'm here. I'm walking in it. Like, this is what happened after my surgery, and they'll fix it. And even if they didn't fix it, it doesn't matter. Like, no one is perfect. People are far from perfect there. That didn't come out right, but you know what I mean? So I feel like no one's going to look at me funny because my cleavage isn't centered at an event for, supporting breast cancer survivors. And yeah. But the thing is that when it crisscrosses, it's only held together by like 4 stitches. And I'm like, I could use tape, but then I'd be so paranoid that if I put my like shoulders back too much or something, you'll be able to see like the bottom of my boob, which could be sexy in another like, venue, but not for a breast cancer thing. Like, I don't want to do that. There's going to be plenty of people there that don't have or didn't have reconstruction, or maybe couldn't have reconstruction. And I don't, that's not the time. Like, no. So the shirt's at the tailor's now, and he's going to fix it up for me. It's great to have the community that I do. It's funny because in the blog, they interviewed me, and I don't know why, like, I'm folding my underwear right now as I'm chit-chatting with you. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here like chit-chatting and like la 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 la. I'm like, oh, my clothes are here for the laundry. So why don't I fold underwear while I'm talking to you? Which reminds me that I actually have to buy some nice underwear because like I'm not wearing like granny panty underwear for this show. But I never know what my size is. My jeans from last year are tight, and that makes me so mad. I have gained 30 pounds now not since surgery, since I started the medication. Because I looked at pictures of me like after surgery, before medication, and I was not that heavy. I was a little bit heavier because of the pandemic, people being home, but 30 pounds today. I weighed in and I was like, holy shit. Like, that makes me not happy. And they aren't pushing me about losing the weight. And not like oh, Jen, it's okay kind of thing. Like, they're not concerned. My cardiovascular risk is extremely low. Like, there's nothing really wrong. It's just that the meds are doing stuff where you can't really lose weight. And she checked my stomach, because my stomach it's not distended. It's just like all my weight is from my belly button to underneath my boobs. It's not like I'm bloated, because when I'm bloated, it's my belly button down. That's not really the biggest part that sticks out. It's like right smack in the middle. And I'm like, is something else wrong with my organs or something, that like, I know my uterus is enlarged. Like, is it moving other organs around and screwing things up? Like, I don't know. There's so many moving pieces. So with the blog, they came out on Runway for Recovery on their website and on their Instagram page. They interviewed me over the summer, so it's been like it's been several months since they interviewed with me. And it's interesting, like, when I just share my story and like what they pull out of it to make it into an article. There's also an article in the Bedford Citizen, like a local thing, because I am walking with 2 other women in Bedford that have had breast cancer. Actually, let me tweak that. One person who had breast cancer and one who is a pre-vivor. She had her breast removed. You can read the story in the Bedford Citizen. But and there are other women in Bedford who have had cancer too, and they just they're not walking the runway. Some have in the past. Anyway, it's just a lot. I don't even know where my head was. Damn, I'm not foggy. It's just that my head is like going in 12 directions. I haven't vlogged in like such a long time. What was I talking about? My weight. I don't even know. I don't know. About 37 minutes. What's important that I want to share with you? I hate when that happens. Damn it. That hasn't happened in a really long time. My underwear, my weight. I have no idea what I was going to tell you. About how I'm taking care of myself? That might have been it. Because I never finished that. I'm splurging on myself this week. I bought the pants, and then I bought the shirt, which was actually more than the pants were. And I have plastics on Thursday. It's a big week, man. There's a lot going on when you hit the 1 year point. I'm getting my hair colored. It always comes back. Just might take me a minute. And that's not just because of the meds. I think that's just everyone loses stuff like that when they get older. But getting my roots done so I don't have to worry about gray hair. The tailor is sewing my top a little bit more so I can freely move and not be worried about like having, it's not a nip slip, it would be my scars. Like, I don't want people seeing stuff. In the light, I asked my friend, like, can you see my scars? That's what I'm worried about. I don't want people to be able to see my scars. And she's like, I think she said you could see the shading a little bit or the shadow a little bit from the bottom of my boob, which I'm less concerned about that. And that was with the sun like blaring into my face. I'm going to be inside of a building at like pretty much sunset. So like, who's going to notice? They're doing my hair and makeup when I'm there, which will be super nice. I'm getting my nails done, which I use the Color Street look. It's pink because it's October. I held on to this color for so long because I thought I would like pink. I don't. I tried, but I don't. But I'm getting my nails done and I'm getting my toes done, which I hardly ever get my toes done. Yeah, I'm doing that on Thursday. And I got my crest whitening strips. I got my 5-inch platform heels. And I probably should find a purse. But yeah, I don't know how it's going to be, like I said, being in a room with that much emphasis on breast cancer. I'm hoping that the energy just makes my adrenaline go through the roof. And it is a dance party kind of thing. So like I can you know, dance down the runway responsibly so I don't fall, because my pants are pretty long. My pants are only like that much above my heel, and that's with a 5-inch heel. But I think I should be fine. I'll just walk slowly. And if I fall, there'll be plenty of people there to pick me up. Literally and figuratively. I don't know what to expect. I have 3 great friends that are coming to support me there. And my son's coming, which is super, super special. Yeah. I'm hoping not to cry since they're doing my makeup, but it is what it is. And I take this as like, you know, I like a party anyway. It's, you know, it's funny because with COVID and stuff, it's like there's going to be 1,000 people there. There's going to be 1,000 people in the audience. Like that's how many tickets, my understanding is what they sold. I kind of don't want to wear a mask because I don't want to mess up my makeup, which is such a stupid COVID thing to say. But I've been so careful about things, and I've had COVID before, and I know it's awful. I don't know. We'll see when we're there. But like, I've had COVID, and it's worse to have cancer. And I don't mean to sound like totally like conservative when I say that. Because like today I even wore a mask in my car on the drive home. But I need this event to remind me. I can't even say of my former self, because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking, you know, the moment when you walk down and then you turn and the runway's in front of you and there's people all facing in and they're all clapping for you. It's like, after all this shit, I deserve to have a room of like 1,000 people clap for me. Because no matter what stage you are, no matter where you are, like, the journey sucks. It sucks in different ways for different people. And I've come like so far, and like, yes, I'm not happy with my weight, and that picture in the vlog looks awful. Like, or not awful, it's just like the angle that my face is at. It was like, you could see like my double chin, and I don't like it. And I don't think that that's really what I look like. Maybe it is. But I just need that applause. I need that, like, you know, you're not on your own, even though most of them are strangers to me. I don't care about the pink stuff at all. I don't. I find it kind of cheesy. I'm just not on that bandwagon. But I'm so happy and grateful that I was nominated to walk in this runway thing. And to have that, which I just hope it sparks something in me. Like, you never go back to being like the person that you were. In the blog, they said too, one of the things that they took from my interview is that you're not the same person. Like, you don't recognize yourself sometimes as you go through this process. And I don't want that to mean like, oh, I don't want to be that Jen, that post-cancer Jen, because I didn't recognize her. It's like, no, she was kind of like, don't fuck with me, you know? And I don't think I was enough like that before I had cancer. So I did learn a lot of like life lessons, like tough life lessons pretty quick about like what matters and what really doesn't when it comes to this whole process. You know, like, how important am I to myself and prioritizing things for me? And I'm like, I'm sorry, but like this night, yes, I get the greater cause, but this night for me is about me. I spent a very long time like caring for other people and not myself. And this is like, it's about damn time that I take care of myself. And this weekend's going to be very expensive for me because, or this week, between all the copays and my hair and my nails, and it's probably something else that I'm forgetting that I'm doing to like beautify myself, the clothes. But I need to do those things. Because when I had that outfit on from top to bottom, the one I'm wearing for the cocktail hour, someone in the store, when I tried it on, told me I looked stunning. And they didn't even know, like, I have breast cancer, these aren't real. Like, they were just a random person that happened to be in the store that said I looked stunning. And that's what I want to hear. I don't want to be bloated. I don't want to have all these like friggin' frickly age spots, whatever the hell they are. I don't want all the imperfections. I want to go there and be like all like sleek in my black outfit and my big heels and be 6 feet tall and just be classy and have people clap. That's what I need. And if I cry, I cry. I don't think I'm going to, but it's going to be a lot. So what I will say is, I don't know if they filmed the event. I don't know why they wouldn't, but I tried finding it on YouTube and all I could find was clips, but, sorry. I forgot, I'm chatting so much. I forgot I had my Lupron today. Ugh. It truly is like a flu shot. Like it won't, these little pinches I'm having, like it won't last. I need to stop just vlogging and just take it easy and then get back to work. But take it easy first. Cause like, I'm just kind of stiff. Oh, which reminds me actually, one weird thing, here's one of my bras. Here's my Band-Aid from my 13th Lupron, didn't write on it. I do notice, and I don't know, I have no issues with latex, but I do notice that like I tend to get the outlines from the, ow, that hurts, from the Band-Aid on my shoulder, and because I'm wearing like a sleeveless top, I don't want to have that. So I wanted to make sure I took this off. Not to be gross, but there's not a lot of blood on it. Like it's not, I don't know, number 13. All right, I'm gonna go lay down and watch some TV and chill out and take care of myself. So yeah, if you want more information on Runway for Recovery, you can go on their Instagram. There's some stuff on YouTube about the Runway show. It's Runway for Recovery, like FOR. And the Bedford Citizen had an article too, like I said, I don't know, you'll see all that stuff together. And I'll put, I'll put links for stuff on the Facebook page. And again, the Facebook page is invasive ductal carcinoma, what? Question mark, exclamation point. Yeah, I think that's all the links I have to give you. My Instagram, by the way, is personal, or is private, so sorry. So I do have boundaries. Some things are private. All right, everyone. Be good to yourself, okay? That's what I'm going to leave you with. Be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself, and nurture yourself. Okay? Okay. Until next time. Bye.